All right, we are live. How's it going, everyone? We're on two different platforms at the moment. So if you see my head moving from left to right quite a bit, as quite often that's because I'm trying to monitor two chat streams or two comment sections. That's so I don't miss anybody's comments or questions if they do come through. And in the event that you do happen to send me a question that I do not happen to see for whatever reason, always remember that you can always get through to me via the DMs, direct messaging, right? So for those of you who are here on YouTube, you can also reach out to me on IG or TikTok or any of the basically those are the two other platforms you can reach me. I think preferably I'll go with IG because the messaging interface there is a lot more. It's better. Let's just put it that way. Okay. All right. Let's see if we have anybody coming through here on TikTok. I haven't. It has been a few days, by the way, since I've been on live. I think the last time that I did a live was probably around the 27th of September or so. And these platforms, especially TikTok over here, they tend to give you the cold shoulder when you don't show up for a while, right? So they might get a little stingy with reach and not giving you as much exposure. But anyway, we're just giving it a little bit of time, trying to see if we can get some people come through. And again, come with your questions. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, this is going to be available later, so you can still put comments. Welcome, Thrive with Ray. Welcome, Kelly Hare. Welcome. I am here talking about digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Hey Ray, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm glad to have you in here. Glad to have you in here. It's been a while since I did a live, so I was just wondering whether I was going to get the cold shoulder here with with TikTok restricting my or like not giving me as much reach. So how have things been with you, Ray? Thrive with Ray. How have things been? How have things been? Have you I'll be complete. I have not gone to your profile in recent times, so I've just been wondering, like, have you been yeah. Have you done any lives yet? Have you done any lives, Ray? Have you been doing any lives, or is that something that you are yet to do? Is that something you're yet to do? To be honest, I haven't been active as much. Gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, because I have not been to your profile in recent times, so that would have been something just to see what you have going on, if you've been making any posts or any traction. Welcome, Papa. No, I can't. For some reason, my profile wouldn't let you. Really, your would not let you go live. Could it be like a follower issue, maybe like a follower account? I have another profile. That's why. When you say you have another profile, I have another profile. That's why. So when you say you have another profile, that's the reason why you can't go live, or is that the reason why you have not been active on the profile that I know of, which is this one that you're commenting from, Thrive with Ray, or not exactly sure. Welcome to those of you who are just joining us. Welcome, Kelly. My name is Christian, by the way. Welcome, John or Jean or Jean. Sorry, sorry if I mispronounced that name. Depending on what language you're speaking, that name can be pronounced in several different ways. Welcome, Papa. Welcome. By the way, guys, my name is Christian. If you're just joining me for the first time, I am currently in North Carolina. I'm soon going to be moving to Florida, which is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, of all places. It's a list of reasons, complicated, I guess. I hear you, Ray. I understand. I hear you. I appreciate you guys tapping on the screen while you're in here, guys. While you come through, go ahead and tap on my nose. Let us see, we can try to get these hearts up to at least 1K. That would be nice. Welcome, PD. For those of you that are joining me for the first time, or even if you are new here, just out of curiosity, even if you have been here before, just out of curiosity, if you don't mind sharing, where are you guys watching from? I always find it interesting to know where people are watching from and how far and wide these lives get. Like I mentioned, I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. If you don't mind sharing what state you're in and what state you're in and what city, if you don't mind sharing that, please put that in the comments. It's always really interesting, like as like considering the odds, right? There's so many different places, so many different states, and I just find it so amazing how often I will come across so many people who are either in the same state as me, or people who are in the who are in the same state as each other. So if you're just joining us, guys, please share where you're watching from, what state and what city. Please let us know. My name is Christian, by the way. I am in Greensboro, North Carolina. And by the way, for those of you who are new, wondering what this is all about, is I don't have any banners or anything talking about it besides maybe the title of my live. We are here basically discussing, talking about digital marketing and affiliate marketing. I do digital marketing. I do affiliate marketing predominantly, right? And we are here basically. I'm here to answer questions first and foremost for anyone that is interested in getting started learning how to sell digital products, okay? Whether that is your own product that you created yourself, or whether that's as an affiliate promoting other people's products, okay? Welcome, Money the Great. All right, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask away, right? Like, I do not want you to feel like this is just me talking directly. This is just me talking the entire time, right? I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you tapping on the screen. Thank you for the hearts. I love it. Thank you, guys. So let's see if we can get these up to 1K. So as we're going through all of this, if you do have any questions, right, do not please don't hesitate to ask, right? There are no dumb questions at all, okay? This is a safe space, and chances are whatever you do ask, there might be other people as well that have the same questions, wondering the same thing. All right? Now, for those of you who are completely new and maybe just so I have an idea of who I'm talking to, right? Give me like, I just want to kind of get a feel of like the knowledge level of of the people in the room, okay? Give me a one, right, if you are familiar with the concept of people making money online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Please drop a one in the comments if you're aware of it, if you started yourself, right? And drop a two if you don't know how that works completely. Like, if you have no clue how people are making money online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing, give me a two. So one. All right. So Money the Great, awesome. So you are familiar with it now. Money the Great, does are you something that you have started? Is it something that you have started? Is it something that you're interested in learning how to do, or you're just more of kind of on the sidelines and learning about it? Is it something that you've actually been interested in getting started with? That's what I want to know. For those of you that have not heard about it, don't know how it works, please drop a two. Please drop a two if you do. If you have no idea how digital marketing works and how affiliate marketing works, drop a two in the comments if you have no clue. Drop a two. It's okay, guys. Like I said, this is a safe space. Is the reason why I'm here too, right? It's the reason why I'm here, so that I can answer any questions that you might have, or any questions, any reservations, any doubts, right? Um, the way create a Kim follow, right? So any questions, guys? Any questions? Just let me know. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just start explaining at least a little bit that I will be sharing here, right? Okay. So first and foremost, right? First and foremost, the one thing that I always like to get out the way, because for whatever reason, It's just part of the misinformation that's out there. Okay, that's part of the misinformation. And by the way, guys, while you're in here, also share the live. Also share the live. Let's get this information out there to more people that could definitely use this stuff. Okay. So digital marketing, first and foremost, I always like to explain exactly what this is because for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, there have been way too many people. Oh, Lisa's in the room. Welcome, Lisa. That is one of my digital marketing friends, one of the wonderful people, and Remy, one of the many wonderful people that I have met in this space, right, in this community. That's one of the things, right? This digital marketing. Yep, let's go, Lisa. In this digital marketing and affiliate marketing space, you will come across some really amazing people, really incredible people, people who are extremely supportive. They want to see you win. There is plenty of space in here for everybody, okay? I know that there are people that think that this space is like it's too saturated or that it's too late to get started, and that could not be the furthest thing from the truth. The only reason you think it is saturated is because you keep seeing it all over your feed, right? All of your FYP, every other post, and that's because of the way these algorithms work, right? And they're all the same, right? They want to do everything they possibly can to keep you on their platform for as long as possible so that they can make more, so they can earn more, right, through the ads that they serve us. Okay. And if they see that you are interested, if remotely interested in anything related to making, earning online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing or whatever topic it is, they will keep feeding you more of that stuff. Okay, they'll keep feeding you that same topic. If you've come across moms, dads, 9 to 5ers, whatever the case may be, or people in general just talking about earning or making a living online through digital marketing and affiliate marketing, well, and you keep watching that stuff, they're going to keep sending you more of it. They're going to feed you with more of that information, and that is why it looks to you like the space is saturated. Okay, it is not saturated at all. There is plenty of room in here, and there's plenty of for all of us. There's plenty of room here for everyone. Okay, so digital marketing, first and foremost. Okay, I always like to explain exactly what it is because too many people have been misled into thinking that it is like this new thing, right? This new opportunity that is solely and only about selling digital products, which is absolutely not the case, right? That could not be the furthest thing from the truth. Okay, digital marketing is basically promoting anything online. Okay, so it could be a physical product, it could be a digital product, it could be a brick and mortar business, could be a brand, it could be promoting yourself, it could be promoting anything, like whether it's promoting yourself as a personal brand. As long as you're promoting online, you are engaging in some form of digital marketing. Okay, now affiliate marketing, on the other hand, right, I always like to explain that too because sometimes affiliate marketing and digital marketing are kind of conflated as two of the same thing when it's like two, it's actually they're quite different. Well, it's I'll explain why people think they're pretty much the same thing, right? But affiliate marketing, in simple terms, is a is an extremely simple business model that allows regular individuals like you and I to promote other people's or other businesses, products, and services in return for an affiliate commission every single time we help them generate leads or sales, depending on whatever the affiliate agreement is. Okay, so this is, and that commission, right, is usually going to be in the form of it's going to be a percentage of the sale. Okay, and we do this we generate these sales through digital marketing, right? Remember, affiliate marketing does not necessarily have to be done online, right? Affiliate marketing is something that can be done it can be done by word of mouth. Okay, right? So that people forget that affiliate marketing is something that can be done by word of mouth or offline, right? Whether it's putting an ad in the newspaper or billboards or paying for a radio ad, whatever the case may be, right? And you can generate word of mouth, you can still generate sales that way, but that is still affiliate marketing. The reason we go to digital marketing because that is hands down the most effective way to get the word out of anything on this, anything that you're promoting, which is why even brick and mortar businesses, right? Regular, people with regular brick and mortar businesses, mom and pop shops, and all that type, they are looking, they see the importance and the importance and the power of digital marketing, right? Which is why they're willing to fork out several thousands of dollars to, retain the services of digital marketers. Okay, so that should tell you something, right? Like digital marketing it's here, it's the future, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, right? And it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get bigger. So this is the time for you as an individual to get on board and capitalize on it. And there are opportunities, plenty of opportunities for regular individuals like you and I to get in there and get our own slice of that pie. Okay. And what is that going to entail? If you have no clue how this stuff works, right, and you don't know how to go about it, well, you just need to learn. Okay, you need to learn. You need to take the time to learn, and it is not rocket science. It is extremely simple. Okay, take note of the fact that I said it's simple, right? I didn't say it's easy. I said it's extremely simple. Okay. Now, when I don't, and don't be scared too when I say, if when I move away from saying that it's easy, that does not to imply that it's like difficult or anything like that. It's just a matter of being disciplined. Okay. Welcome, Jackson. Welcome, Jackson. It's just a matter of being disciplined and making sure that you do everything that you need to do on a regular basis in order to give yourself the best possible chance of success. Okay. Now, I mean, if you're already posting on social media, right? If you're already posting on social media, you're doing it for free. Whereas you could be making, you could be making something from it, right? You could be making making some bucks from it, right? So if you're already posting for free, welcome, Lizzie, welcome. If you're already posting for free, why not do continue to do what you're already doing, but now give yourself this chance to start earning from it. Okay. And the easiest and quickest way to get started earning online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing, and the most lucrative way to do it, right, is by selling digital products, right? Digital products as opposed to physical products, because the margins on physical products are extremely small. Okay. They're extremely small. And when they're small enough as they are. Welcome, a chosen few. Welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tapping on the hearts. They are small enough as they are for the vendor, right? For the owners of those products, right? And then inserting yourself in there as an affiliate, they can only give you but that much of that much of a portion of the sale in order for you to get your commissions, right? Because the margins are small. Now, if you go the digital product route, margins can be they're a lot higher, right? With physical products, maybe vendors they'll only give you like maybe 1%, 2%, 3%, maybe up to 10%, depending on, I mean, that's extremely high and extremely rare, right? Whereas with digital products, you have margin, like the owners and vendors of the products, they are willing to reward you with as much as 30, 40, 50%, 60%, 70%, and even 80% plus, and sometimes even 100% in commissions, right? For in commissions, like that's as a percentage of the sale. Okay, that's why we want to go the route of digital products, because we make a lot more per sale for virtually the same amount of work, right? For the same effort. You go selling if you go selling physical products, right? Like the folks who do TikTok shop and all that type of stuff. Don't get me wrong, you can make a ton with physical products selling on TikTok shop and all that. But the difference is you have to move a lot of product, right? It's a volume game over there. Okay, it's a volume game. Welcome, Deirdre. Deidre. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a volume game over there. All right. So let's just say, for instance, you wanted to make 1K. You wanted to make 1K in a month, right? You could, let's say, you were going with a physical product, right? That let's say they're rewarding you with as much as 10% on a $10 product, right? Where you're making $1 per sale, If you wanted to make 1K in a month, you would basically have to sell 1,000 units of that particular product just to make, 1K, 1,000, right? Whereas you could sell a digital product that rewards you with a, let's just say it's a $1,000 digital product, right? And even if they are only giving you like a 25% commission for one sale, you're already making 250, right? So all you would need to do is make four sales for the entire month. So whether that's just one sale a month, right, you would essentially already, make your 1K just like that. Okay. And if it's that same product, is they're paying if they're giving you like a 50% commission, right, all it takes is just two sales. So you see the difference. And in terms of like what you need to do in order to generate these sales, right, the different like the difference is not that great, right? So for the same amount of work, same amount of effort, you can earn a lot more, a lot sooner. Okay. Now, if you're just getting started and you don't know what product to promote, you want to stick to products that are inside any one of the three different niches. Okay, the three main niches, the three most lucrative niches, right, which would be the health niche, the wealth niche, welcome Paula, and relationships. Okay, so those three areas, that's where you want to go, right? If you don't know what to start promoting, right, what digital product, what niche to go into when promoting your digital products, welcome Sebel one Maggie. Your name is pretty interesting. Your username, your Sebel Wand Mag Genya. I'm not sure. I'm sure I've completely butchered that name. But anyway, you I was talking about the fact that you want to stay in any one of those three niches, okay? The health niche, the wealth niche, and the relationships. Of course, you can make a ton in plenty other niches outside of those three, but just to be on the safe side, if you have no idea, you don't, you're brand new, you don't really know where to get started, I would pick one out of those three. Welcome, Quentin. Pick any one out of those three, right? Now, if you want to be even more specific, right, you can go with the same one that the one that I'm going with, right, which is in the wealth niche, and it is a product called Digital Wealth Academy, right? Digital Wealth Academy, that's the product that one of the ones that I use to get started to learn. It's a digital marketing education product, right? It's a product that teaches people how to do digital marketing and earn online, right, through several different means, right, several different ways. Welcome Ethereal RC, welcome Rooster Vance, right? Digital Wealth Academy will teach you how to earn online through 15 different streams of income, okay? And one of them just so happen, like when you do actually get your hands on the course, the good thing about it is that you instantly get access to becoming an affiliate of the course, right? So that you too can also promote it if that is something that you want to do, right? A lot of people have this misconception that when they come in, the only way to earn online with those courses is by reselling them, which is not necessarily the case. There are some that are like that, right? Whereby the only thing that they teach you in there is just basically how to resell the course, which this one is different. It's different from that standpoint. Welcome, Don, right? Being able to resell the course is just a benefit of the product that you're getting, because they actually teach you 15 different ways, right? 15. Welcome, Don McKenzie. They actually teach you 15 different ways. Hi, Juliana. 15 different ways to earn online, okay? 15 different income streams. And being able to be an affiliate for the product, right, whereby they'll reward they'll you'll earn a 85% commission for every sale generated, which translates to $422 per sale, right? That is just an added bonus, right? That is just one of the 15 different ways to earn online. So if you're one of these people that for whatever reason you do not want to sell or resell a course, that is perfectly fine, right? That is perfectly fine. You do not have to do that, okay? But If you are someone that is like, the good thing is that if you come in and then you just decide to go with any one of the 14 different streams that they do teach, you have the ability to start earning immediately if you want to while you're learning those other methods. Okay, it's a great way to start earning, start earning right away, right, and recover your investment. For those of you who are wondering, Digital Wealth Academy, the course is just a one time. It's they charge a one time fee of 497, right? It's 497 one time. You get unlimited upgrades, unlimited with any addition that comes through. You do not have to ever pay for anything else, right? It's just a one time thing, and it's actually going to be going up soon, right? They're going to be transitioning to a new level with more modules and all that type of stuff. If you are one of those that gets in early, you're going to be grandfathered in, and you are not welcome, Spicy. You're not going to have to make any other further payments or anything like that. Okay. Now the beauty, right? The good thing is the way they're set up is that you do not even necessarily have to you don't even have to come up with the entire 497 right away if you don't want to, right? Because they do have plans available that allow people to get started for as little as zero down and not have to come up with anything further until like 30 days later when your first monthly installment, right, on the P plan is comes up, right? And that's going to be for as low, you can start with nothing down and as low as 41 bucks a month. Okay. 41, 42, depending on whatever it is that you qualify for. And here's the thing, when even though you haven't you're not paying the entire thing up front, once you get in, you get access to everything, including the ability to resell it and earn your commission, right? That entire 422, so much so that you can basically cover the cost of your entire investment and not come out of pocket with anything. As a matter of fact, that happens. Welcome, Sheila. Hi, Sheila Wheelie. That happens to a lot of people, right? There are a lot of people that get in for nothing down, right? They get in for nothing down, or maybe if they don't qualify for nothing down, they just have like maybe some minuscule tiny payment that they make, right? But before their first installment is due 30 days later, a lot of people go in and they start learning the various different income streams, and or even if it's just reselling the course, they get in, and before their first installment is due, they've already made enough money to cover, at the very least, cover the cost of their next installment that is due 30 days later, or welcome Indy 500 RN, or they've made enough to cover the entire cost of their investment altogether, right? So much so that they essentially never had to come out of pocket with anything. And this, my friends, is like, I mean, that is as good as it gets, right? If you've ever it basically takes, removes an obstacle for so many different people who otherwise would not have been able to get started with such an amazing product that teaches you how to generate an income online through so many, 15 different streams. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I can give you a few, and I don't even do all of them, right? And I would not encourage anybody to get started trying to do all of them right from the start. Welcome, Penwell. uh, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Please, I apologize if I butchered your name right there. But what I was saying is that I would not encourage anybody to try to do all 15 streams right from the get-go, because you are going to spread yourself thin. What you want to do is go in, focus on one main income stream. And if I'm being honest with you, one of the quickest ways to make the most amount when you get started is to essentially resell the course, and it's going to be one of the easiest way, Eli. I would say one of the easiest income streams to basically to recoup your investment, so to speak, right? Because just one sale, right? One sale earns you, even though you haven't come up with the entire cost of your investment right from the get go. One sale earns you a 400, because they pay an 85% commission. So just one sale will get you $422.45 specifically, right? And those add up pretty quickly. Imagine being able, if you just make one of those per week. Welcome, Iggy. How you doing, Iggy Alexander? If you make one of those per week, right, 422, you're already looking at $1,688, right, for the month, right? And that's like, how much of a difference could that make, right, in your day-to-day life with your budgeting every single month? Like, I don't know about you guys, but um I'm like, for me, that meant everything, right? Just even that first sale, just generating that first sale of $422, like, that made a huge difference for me. Okay. And I started this stuff. Welcome, Lisa Godwine. I started this stuff for the same reason that most people get started, right? It's because I didn't have money. It's because I was, struggling to keep up with bills and the whole paycheck to paycheck life and all that type of stuff, right? It's because of that. And I was, I worked at the when before I was working a night. I had a regular 9 to 5, but before that, I used to wash cars at a dealership. I used to I used to work overnight stocking shelves at a grocery store. I did that, right, and I think I was, what was it, $10 an hour at the time, or was it? I don't know, but it was really small, right? It was somewhere between $8 and $10 an hour at the time. I was ecstatic, but hey, but it was enough to just barely get by. It was not enough. It was just enough to cover certain bills, right? But then from then, I eventually got to the point where, I got my first big boy job, like, I guess, corporate job, 9 to 5 job, where I was earning like 20 bucks an hour, right? 20 bucks an hour. But whatever the case may be, right? Like, stuff was never, there just always seemed to be more month than money. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that, right? You get your paycheck, you get paid, and then by the time you've cleared out like some of your bills and all that, there's nothing left, right? Or maybe there's not even enough. There's not even enough to take care of bills. And I was just, at the time I was working. This was like this 9 to 5 that I was working, corporate desk job. I was only making about 20 an hour, and that was roughly four. I would say I was, at the time, I was making about 40,000 a year or something like that, right? And it wasn't enough. I had to get a part-time job. I had a part-time job on the side, coaching, coaching youth soccer. Welcome, Big Jeff, right? So I was essentially drained. Right? You do the 9 to 5, and then you have your side, like my part-time job, coaching youth soccer and all that. But it was just never enough to get ahead. And there was one time I sat and I was looking at everything that I was doing, getting burnt out at my 9 to 5 and all that, seeing where my bosses were, and thinking about how I would have to climb the corporate ladder in order to possibly get those positions. And wherever they were, welcome, Rocho Lucero, AG. Wherever they were, I know they were, it was probably, they were barely scratching six figures, if that. But whatever the case may be, I was just looking at it and I was like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't see myself doing that for another 30, 20 years, or whatever the case may be, whatever long I had left, right? That was going to be the rest of my life, to barely, to possibly go that long, and barely make, barely make enough. So in my mind, I was like, something had to change, right? I had to look for something different. I knew at the time that people were making some ungodly amounts of, you know, earning crazy amounts on the internet, right? And I just like, I came across some, and I saw, like, I saw these people talking about how they were making like 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, for like these crazy amounts. And I was like, how? Like I just, I didn't understand, right? Like, obviously you hear that stuff when you're not, when you're, in your regular day-to-day life. It's not that often that you come across people that make a living from the internet, right? Making their earnings online, right? It's just the regular people that we meet, doctors, lawyers, and plumbers, whatever the case may be. It's, if you think about it, I can even ask you right now, drop a one in the comments and let me know if you have ever come across someone in your day-to-day life that actually that makes money online, right? Let me know. Welcome, Shawnita. Let me know, drop a one in the comments, right, if you have ever come across someone in your day-to-day life that earns online, right? That makes a living online. It's not. It's a well. Shawnita probably does. Well, hey, Shawnita, she probably does because I see. Well, actually, no, no. Like she's in let's see, digital. Yeah, so she does digital products, AI, and all that type stuff. But what I'm wondering is if you've ever come across people, if you've ever come across people in your day to day life that actually do that. Okay, and it probably the answer is probably no. If I were to guess, the answer is probably no. If I were to guess. Okay. So hearing that people make those amounts, exactly right. There you go, Shawnita, right? So if you're not exposed to that, right? Like when I was still doing my 9 to 5 and just the regular stuff, if you're not exposed to that, and then you come across people all of a sudden who are saying that they're making that amount. I know now that I know better, I know that they actually are making those amounts of money that they were saying. But at the time I saw it for the first time, I was like, you lying. That's not true. You scam, whatever, like I was like, how, right? How? But then when I started investigating and looking and trying to understand how it all works, right? And I started seeing more and more people. You know how these platforms work, right? You start they notice when they see that you're interested in any particular topic, they start feeding you more and more and more of it, just to keep you on the platforms for longer so that they can earn more off of you from the ads that they run and all that type of stuff. I started seeing all these, and especially women, right? I started seeing a lot of moms, a lot of ladies like who are all talking about how they've been able to quit their 9 to 5s, right? Spend more time at home with their kids, right? Have more time for family, do what they want, right? Not have to wake up to an alarm clock, right? I just kept seeing them over and over and over and over. And so I was like, okay, like this is starting to become too much. Like there's something to this, right? In my mind, I was like, all these people cannot be lying, right? All these people cannot be lying. Like there's got to be something to it. Now, initially, at first, I just kind of ignored it because I was like, okay, well, all right, even if this is real, even if it is true, right? All I see is mostly women doing it again, but that's the algorithm, right? The algorithm is just feeding you more of what it thinks you want to see, right? I didn't see any guys doing this stuff, doing it in that way, right? But then eventually I came across some, and I was like, oh, okay, so because in my mind it was something I wanted to do, but I was like, okay, well, it looks like it only appeals to women. Like I'm a guy, which who's gonna buy from me, right? But then I started seeing guys doing this stuff, so I started looking more into them, and then I started coming across more and more and more and more. Exactly, yes, Shawnita, yep. Love to see the guys in the market, yeah. But I just and that's the thing. It helps, right? So if you're, and I'm telling you all of this because so all this to say, if you are one of those people who for whatever reason you think, oh, you can't do this because you're this way, or you can't do it because you're that way, and all that, do it. Start. Like you can be like whoever you are, whatever you think you are, there are people out there who are just like you, who will see you and they will resonate with you, and they will they will look, you're going to attract people who are like you in essence, right? But like I said, when I started seeing more guys, I was like, okay, well, I guess there is room for us guys to do this stuff. And so I started digging more, trying to understand it. And once I understood how this stuff works, right, and the way, right, digital marketing is so powerful because it gives you exposure to the entire world, right? And that's like I keep telling you, right? There like this, so many people think this stuff is saturated, and it's not. The only reason you're thinking it might be saturated is because the algorithm keeps feeding you more and more of what you're interested in. So it seems like every other swipe on your for you page is somebody talking about digital marketing, making money online, and all that type of stuff, and affiliate marketing. So all of a sudden now you think it's saturated when it's not. Like this, there's so much money out there, so much, it's unbelievable. And it's just for us, it's just for you to make the decision to start, okay? Right? This is what today's the 1st of October, right? And this is the we're essentially moved into the last quarter of the year. This is one of the best times to get started with this stuff because we're coming up on winter, right? It's going to start getting colder. People are going to start being indoors more, right? When people are indoors more, they start getting a little more bored. when people start getting bored, what do they start doing? They start getting on their phones, on swiping and swiping, spending more time on their phones. More of those eyeballs on those phones is more opportunity for people like us who do digital marketing and sell products online. Okay. So this is an amazing time to get started. Okay. And if you can get started now, you can build momentum, right? You can build momentum going into the Christmas season and all that type of stuff. Build momentum that will, basically catapult you into 2026 with like freight train like momentum, right? Where while everybody else is still looking to get started with their resolutions, at the beginning of the year, especially, right? Think about this. At the beginning of the year, a lot of people are thinking about, with these all new year's resolutions, right? Okay, I got to lose weight, or I want to start an online business, I want to start making money online and all that type of stuff. That is like, and if you start now, if you start, because this stuff, right, especially when we're, the way we do this, we go the organic route, right? If you start now, you start now and start building, right? Start building. You're going to be picking up steam after 3 months, right? Like, as as time goes by, you would have picked up enough steam and gained enough traction, right? Assuming you do the work, right? Like, this is not no get rich, that you have to do the work, right? As long as you're consistent, you stay committed, and you're doing what you need to do on a daily basis, right? And you start growing on your various social media accounts, you will get, you will be primed, ready for all the people who are coming in, who want to get started with some kind of online business or get started, and you'll be positioned to make a lot, okay? And that's where, like products like, because with these digital products that we sell, all we're doing is solving people's problems, right? No matter what niche you're in, whatever it is that you're selling, if someone is buying it from you, they're buying it from you because they're trying to facilitate their ability to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. In our case, right, let's just say like I'm talking about here, like Digital Wealth Academy, for instance. Okay, that is a course that teaches people how to increase their earnings, make money online, and all that type of stuff, right? That is going to be solving a problem for a lot of people who are short on cash, right? Short on money, just like it was an issue for me, right? I was always struggling paycheck to paycheck, and I just, I needed something different. I needed something. I needed something more. Okay, so Digital Wealth Academy was the solution to my problem. I purchased the course, right? And it gave me the ability to start earning an extra income online through the 15 different ways that they teach to make an income online, right? Whether it's print on demand, if you're one of those people that is interested in doing TikTok shop, you can learn how to do that. If you want to do, like, if it's Amazon reviews, right, reviewing physical products and earning an income that way, they teach you how to do that inside Digital Wealth Academy. Whether it's a UGC, right, user generated content, where other companies will pay you and send you their products for free to do like little reviews or videos and give them back to them so that they can use it on their marketing materials, right? You don't even need to have a social media account for that, right? And they'll teach you how to do faceless marketing as well, faceless digital marketing. Like, for those of you who are shy and don't want to be on camera for whatever reason, which is totally fine. They teach you how to earn online through digital marketing without showing your face on camera if you don't want to. Like, I'm doing a live right now, right? You can sell digital products without having to go on live, right? Without having to create content that shows your face and all that type of stuff. They'll teach you how to do all of that inside Digital Wealth Academy, right? They teach you all of that stuff. Okay. So again, like I said, I can't even print on demand, like drop shipping. That's another one, right? Brand deals. Now, brand deals, you're gonna have to, it's a little more involved because you're gonna have to grow an account, have some following, grow a lot of followers. They want to see some engagement and all that type of stuff. Well, that's where you're creating content and promoting on your socials and all that type of stuff, right? So, but like, if it's monetizing on YouTube, monetizing with Pinterest, like, they teach you how to do all of this stuff. Okay. They teach you how to do all of this stuff, right? And like I said, as an added bonus, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, you have the ability. They give you like an 85% commission. All right. They give you an 85% take my money tree hugger. Trigo, take my okay. Well, for those of you who for those of you who are interested, right, in learning how to do all this stuff, right, that's Digital Wealth Academy will show you how to do all this stuff. And that's how, I mean, that's how I learned, right? I was never like, if you go to, if you even go check out my my private social, you'll see that I'm not the type of person that posts online and does, like, I've never been someone to post online or do any of that stuff, okay? I've never been, but and I didn't even know like how to what reel like how to post reels on Instagram and stories and all this stuff. Like, I didn't know any of that stuff, like, and that's just because I've never been someone who's like a social media person. I've just never cared for it, right? But as a beginner with no prior experience, if you want to learn how to do this stuff, you can, right? You just have to be willing to put in the time to learn how to do it. It's an education that you're getting, right? That is what you that is essentially what you're selling, right? It's an education for those who want to learn how to do all these different things online, how to earn online. There are people who have started with this stuff who no longer, right, they no longer need to have a 9 to 5 or job, or depend on somebody else to to earn an income, okay? So if you're one of those people who wants to buy back their time, right, doesn't want to have to answer to somebody else, right, have to take permission to go on vacation and all that type stuff, right, own your 24 hours, right? If you're one of those people, right, because listen, this stuff is not for everybody. That's just the truth, right? There are people, there are people who love their 9 to 5s, which is amazing. That's fantastic, right? That's the one thing I always want to point out, right? Like, I do not ever want anybody to ever think that I am like talking down on a 9 to 5 and all that. 9 to 5s are all like, they're fantastic for those who like them and who need them, right? I had a 9 to 5, right? I had a 9 to 5, and it was a means to an end, right? So if you're one of those fortunate people that loves their 9 to 5, great, good for you, right? But if you're like me and you're one of those people that, you're not about that life and you just kind of want to have your own thing where you control your own income, you control your time and all that type stuff, then Digital Wealth Academy is the place you need to go to get started learning how to do all of this stuff, okay? And for those of you who are interested, right, if you are interested in getting started and you want to check it out for yourself and see, by the way, don't leave empty handed, because I do for the if I do have a free training that will show you how to get started, by the way, right? It's going to be inside my profile. It's a free video course. It will show you, it'll go more in depth into the stuff that I've talked about and show you how to get started and the best way to get going, right? But if you're one of those that is just ready to go straight into the deep end and you want to get going right away, right now, so you can position yourself to be in a place where you can start earning from today, right? Well, day's almost over, so from tomorrow, then I would encourage you to go check out Digital Wealth Academy. And the good thing is, for those of you who do get started while we're here on the live, because I'm going to be getting off in about the next 10 to 15 minutes or so, you will get my personal like, this is something that I offer only on live, like I said, like in my own personal bonus. And it's essentially, you'll get me as your mentor, like someone to help you directly, right? You'll get my personal phone number, okay, which you can use to text me as often as you want to, right? If you, and to be honest, you're really not going to need me, right? I'm just there as extra support if you need it, right? Because Digital Wealth Academy is laid out so perfect, like so step by step, that you're really not gonna need me. And just again, they do have access to, you have access to a community of 120 something thousand people in there, okay? So any questions you have, you can always post them in there, and there'll be people to answer. They do have live weekly master classes and Zoom calls where you can jump on with an 8-figure mentor, right? Somebody who has made 8 figures with selling digital products online. So you'll be able to learn and get information and have your questions answered by somebody who does that. And then 6 and 7-figure mentors as well. Like, all the courses, all the videos, all the training in there, right, is all taught by people who are successful, right? Who are successful in those particular fields, right? So you're not going to be like, there's no particular topic or no particular stream of income that you're going to be learning from somebody who's just regurgitating information that they've heard from elsewhere, right? You're going to be learning from people who are actively using that particular method, and they are like six figures, seven figure, six figure, seven figure, and eight figure earners from whatever it is that you're learning. Okay. Well, for those of you who are interested and you do want to get started and you want to take advantage of that bonus, because you will have me essentially as an accountability partner, right? For the first 2 months after you do make your purchase, you will have me as an accountability partner, and essentially I'll be keeping up with you, helping you, making sure that you're doing what you need to be doing in order to give yourself the best possible chance of success. And like I said, you have my cell, so you can call me. You can text me as often as you want. We can get on calls if need, like as needed, right? But if you want to go check it out and see for yourself all the different things that are available, welcome, Honeybee. You can go to, if you go ahead and click on, this is for those, by the way, for those of you who are on YouTube, it's just going to be like the links in the description below this video. But if you are on TikTok, it's just going to be the top left hand side of the screen. If you click on my profile picture there, it's going to open up a bigger picture of my profile. Click on that again, and then that's going to take you to my TikTok profile. And once you get there, you just want to click on the LINK, right? That's a word that I'm spelling out. I'm spelling it out because TikTok does get a little funny about certain words that you say, right? So you just click on that LINK inside in my profile there on TikTok. It will take you to my online store, right? Once you get to my online store, you're just basically looking for DWA, right? Digital Wealth Academy. There's only two things I have on there. You can get access to my free course as well. You can get in there for free, and it will teach you how to get started with all this stuff the right way. But then you can also get started with DWA right away. Welcome, Kobe. And once you get in there, once you get there, you're just like I said, you're just looking for DWA, and it will take you. You'll see the sales page, the page, and you'll see all the different things, all the different topics, and all the different modules and all the things that you'll be learning. And this comes in six different languages, by the way. Welcome, Marb. It comes in six different languages. So if you're one of those that speaks a foreign language or has access to a foreign community, you have a leg up there as well, right? You will have access to be able to sell the course in any one of those. There's affiliate links for any one of those different languages. So there's that. But like I said, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know in the comments section. I'll be sure to respond. But let me know if you have any questions. I see. Let's see. If there are any questions for me, just let me know. I'll be sure to respond. But like I mentioned earlier, if you want to get started right away, right, it's just gonna be like it's if you, top left hand side of the screen, click on my face right there. That's going to open up a bigger picture of my profile. Okay, so once you click on my profile picture, top left hand side of the screen, it's going to open up a bigger picture of my profile. Click on that again, and then once you click on that, it's going to take you to my TikTok profile. And once you get to my TikTok profile, you want to click on that LINK, right? It's That's a word that I've just spelled out. Click on the LINK. All right. Welcome, Elsa Santana. Click on that LINK, and then it will take you to my store, right? My digital store, and you want to look for DWA, right? Click on DWA. It'll open up the page, and you'll see everything that you're getting. Just scroll down to the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, and welcome, Janice Horde. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you will be able to enter all your information to get access, right? And once you get access, you will get instant access to everything, right? You'll get instant access to core. You'll get an email with all the information to get started. If you do that, make sure you come back here and let me know so that we can celebrate you over here. Okay, we can celebrate you. Well, let's see, where is that stuff? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's a little, what is it? Effects. Let me see. And then how do we get to that stuff? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Um, how do we get there? Anyway, I forget. Whoa. All right. I did not mean to do that. How do I get rid of that? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How do I get rid of that? I did not mean to. I don't know how I did that. Uh, jeez. I did not mean to do that. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Okay, how do I get rid of the? How do I get rid of this? I need to take it off. There we go. All right, now we're back to normal. I did not mean to put that little funny whatever thing that was on my head. What I was actually looking for. But anyway, guys, I'm here. Like any, if you have any questions for me with regards to so Kelly Hair and Foosball, you guys, I see you guys are here. Do you have any questions for me? All right. And do I need to wait for any of you? Do I need to wait for any of you? Because I need to. I need to jump off. But like I did mention, that bonus is going to be offered only for those who are, and that's only for somebody that gets on, right? Decides to get started while we're here on the live, or within an hour after I get off, right? So I'm going to be getting off like in the next 5 minutes or so, so 10:55. So if you join before 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will honor that bonus and I will send you my phone number. Okay, you will have my contact information. So let's see, how do we? But I'm here. Keisha Hardwick, welcome in. Welcome, Keisha. We're talking. I'm getting ready to jump off, but I was talking here about like how regular individuals can get started with the digital marketing and affiliate marketing, uh, selling digital products specifically. How you can earn an extra income online by selling digital products. So I was getting ready. Let me see, music, voice effects, background. Oh, sound effects. That's what I was looking for. So this is what I was. That's what I was looking for. There you go. All right. So that's essentially what I was looking for. If you do if you do get that, come back in here, and then we can that's what I was trying to do, where we can celebrate you that way. Okay, we can celebrate you that way. We got this little, what is this, laughter? All right, so um, welcome Ed, welcome Ed. So guys, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. Because I'm gonna be getting off here in the next. Let's see. I'm gonna be getting off here in the next three, all right, 5 minutes or so. All right, in the next 5 minutes or so, I'm gonna be jumping off. So if you have any questions for me, please, now would be the time to let me know before I do go. Same with you guys here on YouTube. If you have any questions for me, now would be the time to ask. Any reservations? Welcome, Priscilla. Priscilla, I like that. Priscilla, you got your name expanded. But Priscilla, I was just telling the rest over here that I was getting ready to jump off. But I was just wondering, like, we're talking here about earning online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing. And I was just wondering if any of you, like, if you're familiar with the concept of people making and earning a living online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Is that something that you are familiar with? Are you aware of people doing that? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lilia Daily Pay. I know you're definitely familiar with it, so I can tell you're. I see you're in Legacy, and then Jessica Anai. Let's see, Jessica. Jessica, are you familiar with people earning a living online with affiliate marketing and digital marketing? First and foremost, do you know what that is? Or like, are you aware of people making money with affiliate marketing and digital marketing? Jessica Anais E. I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly. If I didn't, please, I apologize. But Kelly Hare and Foosball, you guys, seems like you guys have been here a while. Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me? Thomas Foos. Thomas Foos. Any questions for me, Thomas Foos? No? And Kelly. Kelly, all right, Kelly. All right, no, Kelly, pass some money with Kelly. All right, you are definitely already familiar with all this stuff. So, but for those of you, if anybody else doesn't have any questions for me, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off because let's see, unless somebody, unless somebody wants to. If unless somebody has any further questions for me, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. Okay. Going once, going twice, and if not, I will catch you guys tomorrow in my next live. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to be here, and I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks. Ciao. Ciao, YouTube.